I want to talk about what makes a good parent. What do you think makes a good parent? Are you a good parent if you make your kids happy? Is that the only thing a parent's supposed to do? Feed them, clothe them, send them to school, they're happy. End of story. I don't believe that. I don't work to make my kids happy. I don't think it's important to have happy kids all the time. But what I think is important is I think kids need to have emotional understanding, emotional stability. Is it okay for your child to be angry with you? And if your child is angry with you, you say, don't be angry with me. So you can be angry with them, but they can't be angry with you. Is it okay for your children to be disappointed in you? Or would you be so heartbroken that you would buy them anything or give them anything or feed them anything to make them change their point of view? If your child is sad, can you empathize with that sadness, or do you have to get rid of that sadness? Get rid of it. Let's feed them. Let's give them ice cream and sweets and toys and computer games so that they can get away from their sadness. I think to be a good parent is to teach your children to be happy, stable in all their emotional processes, harmony in all the parts of their lives. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel fear. It's okay to have happiness and to let go of happiness. Do you understand that? You take your kids somewhere and they're having a good day and you have to go and they go, oh, I don't want to leave. The loss of happiness is uncomfortable. Is it okay for your kids to be sad? What do you do when your child is going through something? Do you try to take it away from them so they can't experience their emotions? Or do you sit with them? Understand what's going on for them. Tell them it's okay. You don't have to fix everything. Your child can come to you and say, I really want this. And all you've got to do is hear their desire, that emotion of desire. Hear that desire, discuss it with them. It doesn't mean you have to get it for them. Okay? But you have to hear them and understand them so they can hear themselves and understand themselves when they're adults. You have to listen to your children, understand their emotions. You have to empathize with what your children are feeling. That's what a parent's supposed to do. Help a child understand their emotions so that when they're adults, they can survive in this crazy, violent, weird world we live in. This changing world that's changing so quickly. If your children can't cope with change in their emotions, how are they going to cope with change in the world? How are they going to be stable adults if the parent hasn't been a stable parent, hearing their emotions, feeling their emotions, understanding their emotions, and most certainly not wronging your child for their emotions? If it's not okay for a child to be sad, it's not okay for a child to be happy. They're just emotions. If it's not okay for your child to be angry, why is it okay for them to be happy? Why is it okay for them to be excited? Because they're allowed to have their emotions. It's not a parent's right to press down the child's emotions. We need to let them have their emotions and be there with them and process them. But that challenges lots of parents. That is the problem. Parents aren't good at their own emotions. Their parents didn't have emotions, so they aren't good with their emotions. So they stop their children from having emotions. This is where self-help comes in. Working on yourself, learning about your own emotions will make you the best parent you could possibly be, because you can then teach your children how to emote correctly. That to me is what a good parent is. A person who teaches their children how to emote correctly. Thank you.